What's up, y'all? This is Nathan Guy Fate. Guys, we are here to review the epic showdown of an episode, Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 26, where we got the new leader of the villa. It is Taylor, no longer Ace. Your boy stood on business. Let's get right into the episode right away, my friends. Let's do it, man. This was a hell of an episode. So, man, what was your guys' favorite part, man? That was really good. I'm gonna be honest, this whole season, it kind of had its ups and downs, but this episode solidified that this season is truly one of the greats, if not one of the best. So let's see if we could go ahead and deep right down into it. Give us a little minute right here, real quick. Let's see what we get into. Give you guys the graphics. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and just see what we get in. Let's put some.
The seed that we planted of our connection is still being watered. Because I feel like if it's not being watered, then eventually the flowers will dry out.
No, for somebody who's kind of crazy, I will say Amaya does kind of like
Being watered.
she does kind
'Cause I feel
of
like if it's not being
explain
watered, then
herself,
eventually the flowers will
and
dry
it's at
out.
this
You
moment
know?
that
I just want to make
technically
sure that the seed that we
speaking,
planted
Zach could have
of
told
our
her
connection is
he's
still
not
being
that into
watered.
her,
Because I feel like if
right?
it's not being watered, then eventually
It's
the
not being
flowers will
watered.
dry out.
The seed
You
is
know?
drying out.
I just want to make
But
sure that the seed that we planted
she
of
tries.
our
I really feel
connection
for
is
her,
still being watered.
but not
Because I feel
everybody's
like if it's
gonna
not
like
being
a
watered, then eventually the
stargazing
flowers will dry out.
Belgium
You know?
waffle
I just want to make
bird
sure
brain of
that
a
the seed
girl,
that we
No
planted
matter how
of
beautiful you
our
might be.
connection is still
And
being
no matter how
watered.
nice your
Because I
coverall is
feel like
looking
if it's
nearby the
not being
pool.
watered, then eventually the
So
flowers will dry
that's
out.
that. That's kind of one of the first things that happened in the episode. Let's see what happens next. Again, I can't really do full episode breakdowns like because I'll probably get this video might get taken down.
You know,
But look at this.
sometimes I'm not the book that someone should be reading, and that's okay.
One thing I gotta add though, coming from a Hispanic
I
household,
love this.
calling someone babe, mi amor, mi vida, that's just how we talk. You're telling her meet you halfway, you gotta meet her halfway too.
I did that.
I respect that. Thank you, guys, for sharing your thoughts.
When we speak, like obviously, like, I let you be passionate with me. I let you kiss me. I let you touch me. Sometimes I feel like I have to take a step back.
He
So you
he
had
shouldn't
every
have said
opportunity
that.
to tell me that when we were
We did
sitting
have all that
on the
conversation.
field,
That's
and
what
you
I was
did not.
about
You
to
waited
say,
till
but
this moment to speak to me in front of 20 other people here. I don't even want to continue on speaking to you anymore.
all I'm saying.
Care to hear what you have to say anymore. Stop talking to me.
Okay, cool.
You're taking this as a ping pong
I'm not.
battle right now.
She doesn't
Stop.
want to speak to you right now.
She says she don't want to speak to him right now. So she need a break. She goes off to the end and she cries like crazy. But I kind of get it. All the guys that she was talking to was basically her ex. Austin had brought up the postcard originally. Then Ace chimed in and battled and attacked Amaya. Then Zach had to, put the nail in the coffin. So it was kind of too much. And also Zach is her current couple. So of course it stings a little bit more when Zach, look at her crying. Look at the makeup being ruined. I gotta say, this was if I'm not mistaken, she was one of the first people to go up. This was kind of hard, if not the second person. It was really hard to see her cry like this. But I love Amaya. Amaya Papaya. She's a bird brain. She can't quite fit and find anybody, but her heart is pure. That's one thing you cannot deny her. Her heart is pure. And I would love for her to make it at least top 5, if not top 4 couple. If she could win the show, it would be a hell of a troll. But again, big up to Brian here for saying about the Dominican culture or whatever. How they say baby, how they say mi amor. That was good. I do like that. And you see, they also showed Andrina as well. So Andrina is also Dominican, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So they know that they're part of that culture as well. So that was pretty good. Let's go on to the next clip. Let's see what we find ourselves into real quick. So, okay, what is this? Is this something else? The same one? What is this?
Sit here
They're not
and
for
tell
you.
you how to be a Maya.
Oh, this is just
Maya knows
the
how to be a Maya.
okay.
People who can see a Maya love every single thing about you.
I don't even remember this. Okay, whatever. We don't need that.
Do not
Okay.
let those men sit
Okay, I think I
here.
could just
They're
click
not
up, right?
What are you saying or doing that's making it still relevant? You know, like it's continuing to be brought up. It's
Honestly,
Love
the
Island, so
Grayson
people
talk.
recouple all the time.
Grayson doesn't have a perspective.
I genuinely, like, I really want to make a connection, and like I see that that's possible with you.
Well, at least she's
All of
trying.
this is still relevant.
But I think there was a
and
little bit of
something
bitterness
about
in her
you need
speech.
to start thinking about giving me the opportunity.
But I will say
to
this:
really try to dive
Pepe
in.
was
People-
one of the stars of this.
I've said what I had to say. I've repeated what
He
I had
was
to
one of the
repeat.
stars of this
I don't really care to talk
the
about
stand
it too
on
much
business
more.
post mail challenge.
Thank you guys.
Standing ovation, sit ovation, all that. It's pretty good.
Adrena, do you feel like Jeremiah is
Ace!
coming on to you pretty strong?
Cap.
Yeah.
Okay, so there goes my point again of the whole love bombing.
This is bullshit. If you notice, Ace likes to get other people
Ace is a hater
on his team to gang up on Austin.
One of us is 5'10" and has the balls to say something around here because I have some heart. You don't.
No, how you gonna say he don't have a heart? He's one of the few people to actually he's one of the few people to actually critique you.
Decided, you know, I speak to you guys on emotion.
You see, he talks over him.
Tell us how you feel about some. So when it's like I feel so, when she's giving me all this affection and
Ace is really not that strong. He uses trickery. He voted out Jeremiah, if you remember. You're not a leader. The new leader is Taylor.
Or not. Andrina, do you feel like Jeremiah was coming on to you pretty strong?
By him asking Andrina, do you feel like Jeremiah was coming on strong to you? He knows that she's gonna sort of, by the way he, ask the question with so much force and aggression, Andrina is gonna say, yeah, he came on strong, which is not true. She was the one that was googly eyes for Jeremiah. Anyway, let's go on to the next one.
Don't be disrespectful to me like that.
You see, Ace also got Amaya to fight with Austin. Clever.
And you know what? I'm glad that we have this challenge because all of this that's being said, you never want to.
He uses
and you were very much
emotional Amaya to go against Austin.
Well, I was confused because this reaction, I didn't want to deal
What
with this
reaction? What are you talking about? You're
no,
the one with the neck veins popping out of your neck right now.
You go to one with the neck vein popping out of your neck. That was funny. I'll be honest. I gotta say, while she's kind of like ditzy and having a lot of blonde moments, I will say that Amaya sometimes does communicate and articulate herself somewhat well when she's feisty. Anyway, let's go to the next one.
I thought in general it's just a challenge.
It was not respected, and I feel like too many times I give you a lot of grace for stuff. So I'm trying to hear you out right now, but I really don't, and it's just like right now it's starting to aggravate me.
I did that in that moment. It upset you.
Is Shelly on the
That won't
podium?
happen
I think
again.
she is.
I will say, okay, I f***ed up and I shouldn't have done that. I hate
Huda
what I said.
apologized.
I really do.
And
all I can say is I'm sorry.
she cried, and Shelly
At the end of the day,
still didn't forgive her.
challenge, it doesn't compare to my friendship with you. All I can ask is
Wow.
for forgiveness, but if you don't want to give me forgiveness, that's fine.
And for no reason.
Yeah,
Shelly. It's just a challenge.
Shelly look weak. Shelly look weak.
A lot of grace for stuff. So
Do I need to tell the whole class that? I told my girls that I trusted.
That's nobody's business. You know
I'm
what I
just
mean?
saying, she keeps saying, like, oh, this is for Shelly, this is for Shelly. You
Olandria needed to shut up.
The guy that I like, God forbid.
I don't think it's right to air that out because I personally haven't done that because that's nobody's business but me and
It's out
hers.
now.
So, all right.
okay.
that's mad disrespectful.
But you keep saying it's for her, but you're moving.
Shelly and Ace kiss the people all the time, but they're still pursuing connections.
Yep. Nobody got nothing to say.
I can kiss people that.
Shelly's another one who also can't speak. You notice?
When I tell you something, it's between you and me, and that's it.
And that's it.
But if you're gonna keep pushing the sisterhood thing and saying you did it for Shelly, you wouldn't move like that. She was going.
No, they have a point about the sisterhood thing.
I can talk about it. It's not for you to tell somebody.
Huda is not completely perfect, but I will say Huda won this battle.
Tell the whole class that
Huda won this battle.
I told my girls that I trusted.
That's nobody's business. You know what I mean?
And it was cool when Chris said, "I'm not here for no, for just to get in the villa. I could have been playing ball overseas or whatever." So that was pretty cool, man. That was pretty cool. That was an intense moment.
So, all right. That's mad disrespectful.
Yeah, they this you notice how this is about Shelly, right? And Shelly needs to get Olandria and get this to kind of gang up on Huda.
That I like what the.
And honestly,
Oh, also, Alandria, when I tell you something, it's because
Huda looked like the stronger person.
But if you're gonna keep pushing
Anyway, let's go on.
thing and saying you did it for Shelly,
I reassured
Oh, this is good.
day he ain't do
Woo.
for me. I
Woo.
have been so real with Taylor. I cannot express how angry I've been. I've been
Ooh.
holding it together. I've been
Finally, she gets feisty.
they being dumped left the right.
Also,
Once did I ever question
she held it inside.
what do you need from me? What do you need from this connection? You couldn't say. And the girl get in here and give you 3 days of attention.
3 days is all it needed. Versus 3 weeks. We're in the 4th week. The Love Island season 7 ends on July 13th. We have less than 2 weeks, guys. And in the 4th week, only now Olandria realizes that Taylor doesn't like her. Look, his hand is on his face.
What do you need from this connection? You couldn't say. And the girl get in here and give you 3 days of attention. You go. Go ahead. Finish reading. I reassured this man every motherfucking day he ain't do.
I don't know what to say about this. I ain't gonna lie. We saw a little bit of this in the first look. I thought that Taylor was gonna back down and just just how he has his face, his hands on his face, and just be like backed into a corner. But I was surprised by his response. That was a mic drop moment, and obviously, once again, they saved the Taylor moment for last. So anyway, we got the vote. Pick your favorite girl. Who you guys gonna pick? I ain't gonna lie, guys. I think that some of the obvious picks are basically Taylor and Clark, even Olandria, and definitely Huda. But I wanted to pick Zach. I wanted to pick the underdogs. So I went ahead and picked Zach, and I actually picked Jaden. I know I like to be different. I like to be different. If I was being honest, I would have picked obviously Taylor and Clark because they low key kind of really stepped it up this episode. So man, this is really good, man. I don't know what you guys think. I just gotta give it up to Taylor, man. Taylor was impressive. Look at Taylor right there. He really looked manly now. Usually Taylor looks like a little punk. He usually looks very like he's bending his back, arching his back, looking feminine. He did a lot of weird stuff in this episode. I think we even saw him throwing back his booty. But at the end, he manned up and he sat in that saddle of that horse, put his cowboy hat on, and he went off on Olandria. He said, I'm picking Clark. I'm picking Clark. You want me to pick somebody? I'm picking Clark. And I really like that he stood on business. When it came to Taylor, Austin, I appreciate that he at least stood up to Ace, the leader, the bully, the posse leader, whatever, the ringleader, and he tried. So hats off to him. It does give him some relevancy as well. He wanna know why he's in there. Honestly, I think he's in there for good reason. He's backing up Jeremiah. That's Jeremiah's best friend still. And I love that he at least tried to put Ace on blast. So I really love that for Austin. And then of course, we got Olandria. Olandria was good with her little battle with the postcard. Yeah, but it was good that she finally let her feelings out. I kind of wanted her to cry up and tear up a little bit. That didn't happen, but I gotta give it up to her for at least now she finally She's got, even in this episode, in episode 26 here, she said that Taylor was still basically one of her biggest, if not biggest connection. So I'm glad that at the end of the night, she realized when he picked Clark, it is over. Over. It's done. She might just walk out the villa, to be honest, the way how it's looking. I don't see her progressing, trying to flirt with Nick. She might have to go for one of the. I don't even. She might have to go with Zach, and that's a potential viable thing. That's why I picked Zach. I always want to pick one of the underdogs. The Ace and Shelly. No, here's the cool thing about. I should have mentioned this. Ace Shelly went up to the I guess let's call it the pulpit, right? And she was arguing with Ace about how she wants to be open and talk to Chris, but then she kind of they try to make Chris look bad or whatever. And then Chris was like, you know what? I don't got nothing to say. And he put his hands around Huda. So from that mannerism, you could tell he's done with Shelly. So imagine Shelly was just arguing with Ace about wanting to open up and wanting to explore. And now in that conversation on the pulpit, she essentially inadvertently, got screwed up her bridges with Chris, which makes her have to go back to Ace, who she was just arguing with at the pulpit. So now she has no options but Ace. And they need to close it off, like they were mentioning up there as well by the fire pit. So that was really good, man. Guys, I think that's basically all that I got. I had to review this. I know I skip a lot of episodes, but this one I had to. I think I'm basically gonna review like the really good episodes. I can't wait for the Twitter challenge. I can't wait for movie night. Who do I think is gonna get voted off? I wouldn't mind if TJ gets voted off, and I wouldn't mind for the girl. I probably wouldn't mind if Grayson left because not even Pepe likes her. That's the safest bet. Anyway, guys, please like, subscribe. Uh, Please comment. I definitely want to get some comment in. And until next time, guys, later. See you guys Thursday, maybe. All right, guys, later.